Here we have a printed fretboard that's been cut out and assembled like we show in one of our other videos. We also have a few ways of mounting it for the steel guitar. The paper fretboard can be glued directly onto the neck of the steel using spray adhesive, or it can be attached to another piece if a raised fretboard is desired, such as the 1/8 inch plywood shown here, or to the heavy poster board. In this case, we'll be using the heavy poster board. To attach the printed fretboard to the poster board, we'll use a spray adhesive. The first thing we need to do is align the fretboard on the backing material. When the fretboard has been properly aligned, raise one end while holding the other end in place and spray the adhesive. Now the adhesive we are using here requires a minute before assembling the pieces. After the required time, press the piece in place. Now we can do the same thing on the other portion. Notice that we've taken our operation outside to avoid fumes and used an old newspaper to avoid getting residue on our table. You can now press this portion in place. For trimming our fretboard to final size, we'll use a very sharp X-Acto knife and a metal straight edge with a piece of plywood so we don't scar our table. And I usually trim the ends first, then the sides. Making several cuts instead of one very deep cut will give you a more precise edge. Taking a few extra seconds now will give you a much nicer product in the end. When the fretboard has been trimmed properly, you can mount it to the steel using a spray adhesive, or you can drill 4 or 5 small holes into the fretboard and attach them using small screws or escutcheon pins.